I am 85 years old, folks, and let me tell you something my doctor said to me recently that changed everything. He said I had an unhealthy lifestyle all these years, and that it's not too late to change. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because for years I was the picture of health. I was running marathons in my 40s, eating whatever I wanted, and never gave a second thought to taking care of my body. I remember being 30 years old and thinking I was invincible. I could eat a whole pizza by myself, drink a whole case of beer, and still be able to run 10 miles the next day. I thought that's what being healthy was all about. And my doctors at the time, they just patted me on the back and told me I was fine. But as I got older, things started to change. My energy levels started to dip, my aches and pains got worse, and I found myself getting tired just walking up the stairs. I thought it was just a normal part of aging, but my doctor said it's because of all the damage I did to my body all those years. Nobody told me this back then. Nobody told me that eating poorly and not exercising regularly would catch up to me. They lied to us, folks. They said we could just take some pills and we'd be okay. They said we could just ignore the warning signs and hope for the best. But my doctor said that's not how it works. He showed me all the numbers and statistics, and it's scary. I had no idea I was so far behind. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and a weakened immune system. It's like I was living a ticking time bomb, and I had no idea. But my doctor said it's not too late. He said if I make some changes and take care of my body, I can still turn things around. I was completely wrong, folks. I was wrong about my lifestyle, wrong about my health, and wrong about what it means to be healthy. I thought it was all about how I looked, not about how I felt. But my doctor said it's about how I feel, not how I look. It's about having energy, having vitality, and being able to live life to the fullest. It's funny, because when I was younger, I used to think that being healthy was just about running and eating right. But now I realize it's so much more than that. It's about taking care of my mental health, too. It's about managing stress, getting enough sleep, and building strong relationships. It's about being kind to myself and taking care of my soul, not just my body. I'm not perfect, folks. I still have my struggles, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to be more mindful of what I eat, more active in my daily routine, and more present in my relationships. I'm trying to focus on the things that bring me joy, like spending time with my loved ones, reading, and watching the sunset. It's funny, because when I was younger, I used to think that retirement was the key to happiness. I thought that if I just made enough money and retired early, I'd be set. But my doctor said that's not the key. The key is being happy now, not waiting until later. I remember when I retired, I thought it was the highlight of my life. I thought I'd finally have the freedom to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But I quickly realized that it's not just about having the time, it's about what you do with it. I had to learn how to be present, how to be grateful, and how to appreciate the little things. It's funny, because people always ask me, what's the secret to living a long life? And I say, well, I don't know. But my doctor said that it's not about living a long life, it's about living a good life. It's about being happy, being healthy, and being at peace. I'm not saying it's easy, folks. I'm not saying it's simple. But what I am saying is that it's worth it. Every single day, I wake up with a new perspective, a new appreciation for life, and a new determination to make the most of it. My doctor told me that I have a choice, folks. I can choose to live the rest of my life with regret, or I can choose to live it with hope. I can choose to give up, or I can choose to fight. And I chose to fight. I'm still in this journey, folks. I'm still learning, still growing, and still figuring it out. But one thing I know for sure is that it's never too late to change. It's never too late to take care of your body, your mind, and your soul. And it's never too late to live the life you've always wanted. I want to leave you with something to think about, folks. What are you doing with your life? Are you living with regret, or are you living with hope? Are you taking care of your body, your mind, and your soul? And are you living the life you've always wanted? If this reached your heart, please subscribe. I still have things left to say.